The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Out top on the attack, Carol Williams dumps it off inside, and a foul called as the Jaguars got the set piece, got the foul. And the foul call on Kobe Wilson. The Jaguars at the line, right off the bat here. Trying to get the set piece. First free throw is up, rattles in and out for the Jaguars. Harrison Henderson averaging 13 and 10. 13 points, 10 rebounds. Tremaine Crosby will have a seat. Second free throw coming up. And this one is good. Southern with an early lead. Plays with their first touch. Joshua gets past Fraley. Bounce past Joshua. And Braves Otis Walker with it. So Walker, Joshua, Fraley for the Braves. Corbett, Kobe Wilson, the 5. 10 to shoot. Now for the Braves, Otis Walker. Nowhere to go. Joshua out top. Joshua fronted by Sadler. 3 to shoot. And we have a travel. So an early lead, 44 seconds in. We're down 1-0 here in the early going of this game. For the Jaguars. In the left corner, Rollins. Top of the circle, Sadler. Sadler in the left corner, Williams on the baseline. Good D by the Braves so far, 16 to shoot. Sadler left to right. Sadler cut off on the baseline. Drive by Rollins, fade away. Oh, a late whistle. Foul call on the Braves. And it's going to be on Tyree Corbett, the junior from Philly. Second team, first personal. So free throws for Rollins. Minute 5 in. First free throw is up, and it's good. Jaguars with an early 2-0 lead here in the first minute 5. Second is up, and that's good. Jaguars 3 of 4 from the line. They're up 3-0. Braves handle the pressure, and Kobe Wilson gets it out ahead and gets it back to Fraley to Joshua. Joshua dribbles to the left wing, 16 to shoot. Minute 20 in. Braves have yet to score. Joshua, Otis Walker right wing. Off the curl, Fraley in the paint. Lowers his shoulder, forced his way in. No. And went out of bounds off of Southern. The Braves will get it with 5 to shoot. Now the lob out top, Kobe Wilson deflected it. They reset the clock to 20, so the Braves have time here. Now for the Braves, Joshua out top. Otis Walker. Walker on the left wing. Walker gets it to Corbett. 3 to shoot. Corbett, tough fadeaway and air ball. Shot clock violation. Now the Braves will make a substitution. Malik Hardman will check in. Hardman will check in for Corbett. Two minutes in for the Jaguars. Sadler. Now pull up on the elbow. Henderson and air ball. Joshua with it for the Braves. Yet to score a little over 2 minutes in. Joshua in the paint. Takes the bump. Layup. Good and one. Byron Joshua, the freshman from Metairie, puts the Braves on the board. And Rollins is first. So the Braves on the board. Joshua getting the start in this game. I mean, interesting lineup here with Corbett, Joshua, Crosby. The free throw is no good. And it went out of bounds off of Alcorn. Otis Walker getting the start. So an interesting lineup here for Landon Bussey. Down the inbound, Sadler. Sadler one-on-one with Fraley. Sadler on the bounce pass. Shivers. Dante Shivers. Out top, Sadler. His pull-up. Got it. Jaden Sadler. His first bucket. Southern up to a 5-2 start. 2.5 minutes in. For the Braves, Otis Walker. Out top, Fraley. Looking for Joshua. On the left wing for the Braves. Walker off the screen goes right. Walker trying to dump it inside the heart and then thrown away. 2:46 in. Not the type of start. Remember, the Braves led 29-9 last week with 6 minutes left in the first half in Montgomery. Had a 21-point lead. Lost the lead but rallied. Henderson. On the left wing, Sadler. Sadler beyond three. Curling right. Sadler, left wing, Williams. Williams with 10 to shoot. Working around the perimeter. Shivers. Shivers fade away from 17. Rattles around. They call it a 2. Shivers, his first bucket. 7-2 Southern lead here in the first 3.5 minutes. Braves off to a sluggish start here. They started so well last Saturday in Montgomery. Slow start here at home. For the Braves, Otis Walker. Joshua, top of the circle. Left wing Walker, 6 to shoot. Otis Walker, 5 to shoot. Walker steps into a 3. Short, just grazed front iron. And the ball saved by Henderson. Off Kobe Wilson. It will be Southern, well, I think it's Braves basketball. Braves basketball, actually. So now Myson Lowe will check in for Walker. Braves 1 bucket. We approach the 16-minute mark of this first half. Kobe gets the outlet. Out top, Myson Lowe. Lowe with Joshua in the backcourt. Joshua, top of the circle, dribble to the right wing. Joshua, lob into Fraley. Fraley on the baseline. Fraley shot partially blocked by Shivers. Gig catch side iron. And for the Jaguars, Rollins gets the kick out left wing. Will jack up a 3. Nope. Rebound, Alcorn, Fraley. Under 16 to play. We got a media coming up at the next whistle. Myson Lowe on the attack. He is one-hander too strong. Followed by Kobe Wilson knowing the foul. Foul on the Jaguars. And the foul called on Southern's Rollins. He's got 2 early fouls. So that's something to pay attention to. As we have timeout on the floor, our first media at the 15:36 mark of this first half. Lady Braves lost earlier 57-51 with the early start time. A lot of women's games underway already. A postponement. Alabama A&M and Prairie View postponed. So we'll update the scoreboard when we come back in 1 minute. This is Braves basketball.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile.
Smile, buddy.
Come on. Smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of the dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
.36 remaining in the first half. Seven to 2. And Landon Bussey, they called it on the floor, so it will be Alcorn basketball. So it's Walker going to the rack. Floater high out the window is good. Walker, his first bucket, 7 to 4. The Braves trail here in the first half. With it for Southern left wing Sadler. Out top Williams. Trying to dump it inside, and it's knocked away and could not be saved by the Braves Hardman. Adrian Thorne is back with the ball club. And Justin Thomas checking in for the first time, wearing number 55. Here's the pull-up by Sadler, his second bucket. Thomas wearing 55. Landon Bussey talked about him on his show the other night. Made his first trip last week. Northern Illinois transfer from Indianapolis, Indiana. Morehead State, also played at Morehead State. Thomas has it for the first time. Has the top of the circle, trying to go left, double running at him. And now has a pull-up on the wing, no good by the Braves, Otis Walker, and the long rebound hauled in by Terrell Williams. Now for the Jaguars, Shivers. Shivers fronted by Hardman. In for the first time is Samko Sealy in for the first time. 14-12 left. 10 to shoot for the Jaguars, Sadler. Sadler right wing, Shivers. The step back three. Nope. And we got a foul on the Braves, a push inside. Jaguar was upended in the paint. And the foul called on Arnie Morris, who's in the lineup for the first time, his first. 6 minutes in. Braves down 9-4. Sadler. Baseline left. Sadler dumps it off to Henderson, back to Sadler. Fronted by Thomas. 15 to shoot. Down the left wing, Sadler, all the way to the top of the circle. Sadler steps into a three. Got it. Just stepped into it. He's got 7 of the 12. Braves are down 8, 12 to 4. 13:40 left. I would have told you the Braves would have been up team of 4. Now Thomas had it taken away by Sadler as he put it on the floor. Sadler out top. Here's a three. Henderson, no. Rebound, Hardman. Well, the 7-footer stepping out for a three. It's Thomas for the Braves. Thomas top of the circle. Off the Wilson screen. Thomas left wing. Thomas on the attack. His left blocked. Blocked by Sealy. Now back the other way. Sealy gets it in the corner. Braves down 8 with 13:08 left. And knocking the ball away is Hardman. Knocked it out of the hands of Shivers. 23 to shoot, 13:08 left. Braves are just 4 points so far. It's been an offensive struggle. A couple of subs for the Jaguars. Laura Johnson in. Andre Allen in for the Jaguars. Lady Braves lost 57-51 earlier. Details with Nate Silbert at halftime. 16 to shoot. On the drive, Shivers had it knocked away. The Braves break out. Otis Walker fouled. It was held by Delora Johnson, I believe. Yep, he is first. Third team foul. Let's update the women's scoreboard here. With the earlier start, of course, Lady Braves lost 57-51. In the second quarter, Valley 31, Jackson 29. Grambling all over UAPB 28-9 in the second with 3.5 left. Otis Walker steps into a three, short. Jaguars all over the glass. Andre Allen with it for Southern. Allen and Sealy. They kick it out here. Shivers for a three. Got it. I'm sorry, Sadler. Sadler with 10. 15-4 Jaguars with 12:28 left. Thomas to Kobe Wilson, baseline floater, rims out. And for the Braves, Otis Walker had it stripped. Body's on the floor. We're going to get a dual possession. Braves get it on dual. 15-4. Southern. Crosby will check in. Crosby in for the Braves. Hardman out for the Braves. These are just 4 points. Fairley will check in. Kobe Wilson will check out. 12:17 left in the first half. 15-4. And T. Thomas will inbound, baseline left. Right. 16 to Sheets. Thomas baseline right. Thomas, Tremaine Crosby in. Got it. Baseline pull-up. No. Weak side rebound, Fairley. Fairley puts it on the floor. Pump fake, puts it up. No, and he's fouled. So Fairley off the bench, making an impact. Foul on who is first. Samako Seeley from South Africa. Durban, South Africa. Northeastern Oklahoma A&M transfer. Fairley at the line. The lefty launches and makes. Braves are down 10, 15-5. Second free throw coming up for Fairley. 66% free throw shooter coming in. 15-5. Second free throw is up. Rattles out. 1 for 2 for Fairley, and now we got a hold. It's going to be on the Braves. Otis Walker, his first. Southern with the basketball, Delore Johnson. Johnson to Shivers. Shivers. Pass thrown away, intended for Seeley. And Sean Woods takes off his mask, not happy. I haven't got a chance to talk to Sean Woods that much. I wonder, is he still the fire and brimstone coach? Well, obviously, Landon Bucky says he is. But, hey, you are who you are. You're fiery, you're intense, you're passionate. You want to win. And right now, that's what the Jaguars are doing, winning by 10. Crosby left elbow. On the attack is one-hander. Good! Crosby, third leading scorer in the league, and the Braves are down 8. 15-7. Braves try to speed up Southern in a turnover. Morris stepped into the lane. Morris gets it to the trailer. Thomas, left wing Crosby in the corner. Here's a three. Oh, rattles out. Otis Walker, good look at it. Now here's Shivers. This is where it's got to start on this end, the defensive end for the Braves. Walker with Terrell Williams. Back to Shivers. Shivers, left wing Williams. Williams off the curl, delivers Johnson. Going to the cup, finger blocked by Fairley. Ball on the floor, body's on the floor. Morris on his rear end, got it to Thomas. A.T. Thomas on the attack, dumps it off to Crosby's layup. No, ball back tap to Thomas. Thomas in the corner, Walker for three. No. Got it back. Layup, no. Three cracks at it, couldn't finish. Here's Andre Allen. Left wing Shivers. Don Woods tells Shivers to bring it out. 10 1/4 left. Braves down 8. Shivers left wing. Shivers. Left side Johnson. Guy in the shoot. Johnson. Lob to Seeley. On the block, 3 to shoot. 2. There's a kick out. Seeley short. 50-50 ball. Braves didn't get it. New possession. Shivers will hold it. Halfway through, we got a clock issue, or we got a foul. Or a foul on Fairley. A hold on Fairley, his first. The 12-minute media with 10 to play in the first half, halfway through. 15-7 Southern. Lady Braves lost 57-51 earlier. We'll update the scoreboard when we come back. This is Braves basketball.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov. Brought to you by Ready Iowa, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Halftime, Mississippi Valley 41, Jackson State 36. At halftime in Jackson, Grambling at home leading UAPB late second 31-12. Halfway through the first half, 15-7. Southern with the lead. Of course, Lady Jaguars went on a 6-0 run the last 2:40 and pulled away and won over your Lady Braves 57-51. Braves lineup has Fairley, J.T. Thomas in the backcourt with Morris. And now we got a travel on Southern Sealy. And Sean Woods is like, huh? What? He shuffled his feet on the way. I was shielded by Landon Bussey. And that shot was made, too. That was the thing about it. Take that off the board. 9:57 left. Myson Lowe, the lineup with J.T. Thomas and Tremaine Crosby. Tyree Corbett, Anthony Fairley, the 5. Thomas going right. His one-hander too strong. And it's hauled in by Southern Sadler. Seeley top of the circle. Seeley Sadler in the backcourt with Delore Johnson. Pass across the lane knocked away by Crosby. Here's J.T. Thomas to Lowe. And now here's a three. No good by Corbett. Follow is up. No. Well, the Braves just can't buy a bucket right now. 9:15 left in the half. Sadler pull up. Rattles out. Rebound Corbett. They approach 9 to play. Braves with 7 points in the first 11 minutes. Down 15-7. Well, the defense has kind of settled down a bit. Thomas, right wing, top of the circle. Left wing low. Crosby on the bounce pass. He was fouled. Shivers collided into him his first. So Braves with the basketball. Myson Lowe, baseline left, lob to Fairley. Fairley bounce past Crosby, fronted by Shivers. Crosby on the block, tough shot, no. Well, they really were physical with him there. Henderson with it for the Jaguars. Outlet Sadler, his one-hander got it. Jaden Sadler has the hot hand with 12 of the 17. 17-7 Southern, a football score, 8.5 left, Super Bowl 8 days away. Thomas walks it to the left wing, hands it off. Well, what's going to hand it off? Kept it, drove baseline, falling out of bounds, gets it to Lowe. His three is up, rattles out. Nothing falling for the Braves here. Henderson with the rebound, outlet Sadler. Sadler on the kick out, three by Williams. He's got it. Timeout, Landon Bussey. Jaguars have raced out to a 20-7 lead with 8:11 left. So it's a 1-minute timeout coming up, and Landon Bussey not liking what he's seeing. 1 minute break. Braves are down 20-7. Back in a minute. This is Alcorn Braves basketball. 8:11 left. Braves are down 20-7 here at home. Lady Braves lost 57-51 earlier this afternoon in a game that started at 1 o'clock. Saturday games are going to be at 1 o'clock, by the way. So next Saturday's game with Jackson State, women's game will start at 1 instead of 3. Braves lineup has Myson Lowe with Joshua, Corbett, Fairley, Crosby. Crosby on the dump in, right block. 2-3 dribbles, up and under move, floater, got it. Crosby, his second bucket. Braves down 11, 20-9. 7:45 left. Sadler with 12 of the 20 points for the Jaguars. Two-man game, Shivers with Sadler. Now Seeley on the left wing. Out top, Henderson. For the Jaguars, Shivers dumps it inside to Henderson. His floater is good at 6:11. Harrison Henderson averaging a double-double, his first bucket. 13-point lead, 22-9. Joshua kicks it out, and now here's a three. Thomas, he's got it! Nope, started low. Myson Lowe for three. Braves down 10. 22-12. Seeley, right wing. Out top, Henderson. Left wing, Sadler. Sadler to Henderson. Layup. Is it a goaltend? Oh, they're going to call dual possession. They call it dual possession. It'll remain Southern's ball. Got stuck between the glass and the rim. It's a dual possession. And Sean... It'll remain. And Landon Bussey said it's not what the scoreboard. And Landon Bussey said he just got the jump ball. They didn't. It wasn't switched at the scores table. They have a little clock that switches it. And on the loose ball, and Myson Lowe got the loose ball, and it got blocked out of bounds. Well, good hustle. 6:44 left. Lowe and Joshua in the backcourt with Crosby. Corbett Fairley for the Braves. They're trying to get the possession arrow straight. Joshua, baseline right, hits Low. Low right wing. 6 to shoot. Joshua on the attack. Joshua powers his way in and scores. Second bucket for Joshua. Braves down 8. 6.5 left. Sadler top of the circle. Seeley, left side, Shivers. Quick ball movement. Seeley in traffic. Oh, and a reach in. Going to be on the Braves fairly. That's his second. And Kobe Wilson will check in. Otis Walker will check in. Otis Walker will check in for Myson Lowe. Southern with the basketball. On there, inbound. Here's how partially blocked. Henderson missed the follow. And for the Braves, Joshua, kick out Crosby. Ball fake Crosby. Wave it off, and he was fouled. Seeley is second. Seeley and Rollins with 2 personals. Joshua will inbound. Baseline right of the bucket. Myson Lowe will check in. Lowe hit the big 3 against Bama State last Saturday. put the Braves up, and they never look back. Pass through the hands of Kobe Wilson. Now this pass off the shoulder of Henderson. Myson Lowe dribble all the way out to the left lane. Now Crosby, baseline left. Crosby wants to attack. Trying to break down his man Seeley. He does. Falling out of bounds. It's Kobe Wilson. Gets it back to Lowe. Lowe with the pull-up. Nope. Rebound, Sadler. Sadler top of the circle. Sadler. Shivers for three. No, and he's going to get 3 free throws. Foul on Lowe. 3 free throws coming up for the Jaguars. 5.5 left. Shivers at the line. Jaguars with an 8-point lead. Free throw is up and no good for Shivers. Second free throw coming up. Got it. Southern's missed a couple of free throws. 4 of 6 from the line. Third free throw coming up. Got it. Southern with a 10-point lead, 24-14, 5.5 left in the first half. I think the defense has kind of settled things down, but offensively he struggled. Kobe Wilson hands it off to Tremaine Crosby. Pull up from 13. It's good. Sean Wood says it hit the guy wire. 24-16 is Henderson getting by Kobe Wilson. Reverse layup is good. Harrison Henderson with his second bucket. Crosby on the outlet. Crosby in traffic. His finger rolls short. Got it back. Puts it on the floor. Had it stripped. Got it back again. Now here's Joshua for 3 short. And we've got a foul called. Foul called on Kobe Wilson. His second. Kobe Wilson and Fairley with 2 personals apiece. We walk the other way. Free throws coming up for Southern with 4:50 left. 1-1 coming up for Terrell Williams. Corbett will check in. Free throw is up. Got it. Now the 1-1 will get the bonus. Williams with 4 points. Jaguars by 11, 27-16. Second free throw coming up. Got it. Southern has a 12-point lead, 28-16, 4:49 left. Remember, on Monday night they had a 15-point lead in the first half. Lost it at the Horn, so Braves feel like if they can just hang around, they can figure out a way here. But right now they're down 12. Joshua top of the circle, fronted by Seeley off the screen. Joshua, the dribble drive on the attack. Floaters up, no. Henderson with the rebound. Gets it out to Sadler. Sadler, Williams pull up 3, way off. Crosby with it. Crosby to Joshua. 4:16 left. Braves down 28-16. Joshua top of the circle. Bounce pass Lowe. Lowe fronted by Terrell Williams. 16 to shoot. 4 minutes left in the half. Southern by 12. Lowe, the step back 3. Air ball out of bounds. 3:58 left. We have a timeout on the floor. Southern 28. Alcorn 16. 3:58 left. An important 3:58 as well. The Braves try to hang around in this game. Lady Braves lost 57-51. Nate Kilbert coming up. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is Braves basketball.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country could be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
And WPRL 91.7 FM.
Grades, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Welcome back to the Davey Whitney Arena here on this Saturday. Lady Braves lost 57-51, didn't score in the last 250 after it was tied at 51. A couple of threes by the Jaguars. Third quarter in Jackson Valley, 41. Lady Tigers, 36. Grambling at halftime at home over Pine Bluff, 31-12. Bama State, Texas Southern at 5:30, and A&M Prairie View canceled. Jaguar basketball. Morris in for the Braves. 3:54 left. Important 3 and change for the Jaguars. Sadler gets it to Seeley. Top of the circle, Terrell Williams. On the dump in, Henderson. Crosby said they went off Henderson. The 13 to shoot. Sean Wood says side out, set it up all the way through. Shivers near side. Out top, Sadler. Sadler right wing. Sadler on the attack. Floater good. Sadler with 14 first half points. Jaguars by 14. Getting away from the Braves here with 3 1/4 left. 30-16. Crosby left wing. Squares to the bucket. Jab step pull up. No. 1 and done for the Braves. Seeley with the rebound. Outlet Sadler. Sadler to Shivers. Took the bump. Floater. They're going to count the bucket. Shivers. They give the continuation. Crosby with his first. Shivers with his second. Bucket, 6 points. They give him the continuation. Southern by 16. Well, this is for the Jaguars, carbon copy of what happened Monday night. They were up 15 in the first half, 12 in the second half against Bama State and lost it. Free throw is good. Southern by 17, and Landon Bussey hands on his hips trying to find answers. 17-point lead, 33-16. 3:09 left till halftime. Joshua in. Morris in for the Braves. Morris gets it to Otis Walker. Joshua left wing. Joshua. Otis Walker pass deflected. Saved by Shivers. Shivers to Sadler. It was thrown away, but Sadler saved it. Got it to Shivers to Sadler. And now an offensive foul called away from the bucket on Henderson, his first. 2:47 left. 33-16. Jaguars dominating this first half. For the Braves, Joshua dribbles to the left wing, fronted by Sadler. Joshua on the kick out. Here's Walker for 3. Bank shot off the glass, no. Rebound Henderson. Out ahead, Shivers. Sadler lost it. Here's Morris. Morris going to the rack. He had it blocked. Foul called. There was 2 Jaguars there. I think it's on Sadler. Nope. Williams was there as well. They call it on Williams as first. Well, Jaguars a little sloppy the last couple of possessions. And now can Morris help himself from the free throw line? First free throw is up. It's good. Arnie Morris, a senior from Raleigh, North Carolina. For Morris, his 7th free throw attempt coming in. He's 3 of 6, 50%. Second free throw is up. Too long. Rebound Henderson. Braves are down 16 with 0-2 to play. Seeley got by Crosby. Floater rimmed out. Follow is up, and that's good. Then box out Sadler. He's got 16 in the first half. Braves are down 35-17 in the first half. Now Joshua gets it to Morris. Morris trying to go right, can't. Now here's a 3. Joshua stepped into it, no, and I think Otis Walker pushed off. And he did his second. Walker, Fairley, Kobe Wilson with 2 apiece. He walked back the other way. Free throws coming up for the Jaguars. It's all Southern here in this first half. Braves never really got any offensive continuity early. Jaguars started knocking down threes, and now they're knocking down free throws. Up by 18. First free throw is up, and it's good. Tomasello Seeley at the line. Second free throw coming up. And this is good. Jaguars up by 20. 37-17. 1:42 left in the first half. Landon Bussey looking at his cheat sheet trying to figure something out here. J.T. Thomas back in for the Braves. 90 seconds left. Thomas gets it in the corner in the ball game for the Braves. With Crosby left wing. Crosby, pass out top. Thorne in the lineup, and he's fouled. Foul called on the Jaguars. Seeley, third personal. And DeCadron Thorne, the sophomore from Houston, who's been out first trip to the line this season for the Braves. They're down 20. This game way too loose defensively for Landon Bussey's liking. Remember, Bama State scored 52 points for the game. And Southern has 37 points already. First free throw was good for Thorne. So something to talk about here. Thomas getting his first action. Thorne getting his first action. 37-18 with 1:17 left. Second free throw coming up for Thorne. And this is good. Thorne makes it a 37-19 game. Let's see if the Braves can finish this last minute here. Started up the floor, Shivers. Picked up by Crosby. Gets by Crosby. Down the kick out. George Johnson, top of the circle. And now Williams. Fronted hard. Thomas fronting Sadler hard. A minute left, 10 to shoot. Sadler left wing. Sadler far curl on the skip pass. Ball gets to Shivers. Fade away. Short. And Thomas with the long rebound. Under a minute left. Thomas going to the rack. Layup. Got it. Thomas's first bucket. The lead is 16. Now here's a floater, good, counted by Sadler, 18 for Sadler, and Landon Bussey is livid. He was late. Thomas with the foul. 18-point lead for the Jaguars. Make it 19. Sadler with 19 first half points. Braves down 40-21. Crosby on the attack. Tough shot by Crosby. Powered it up, no. Follow, no. Third opportunity is no good. And saved. Corbett, Crosby had an opportunity. Southern can play for the final shot with 13 seconds left. And Sean Woods is going to get a timeout. With 12.3 remaining, and Landon Bussey is arguing with the referee. There's all kinds of contact there in the paint, and what he's saying is that probably over the back somewhere in there. And Landon Bussey working the officials here with 12.3 left in this first half. I think he's more frustrated at what's going on the court. And Landon Bussey, in talking with him before the game, he had some reservations about how things are going a little bit, just concerned about the focus and effort. The Braves are also without Kirk Lee in this game. So we get J.T. Thomas in the lineup. We also get Thorne in the lineup, but then we don't have Kirk Lee. .3 remaining. 40-21, 19-point lead. Sean Woods wants to get a set piece. 12.3 remaining in the first half. The lead is 19 for the Jaguars. Shivers lob to Henderson. Henderson gets it back to Sadler. 8 to shoot here. 6. Sadler spinning left. Sadler pass intercepted. Now here's Thomas, half-court heave. Oh, back iron. Good look. And that takes us to halftime. All Southern, led by as many as 20. Lead by 19 at the break. 40-21. Halftime.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Here angry. They're going to come in here with a lot of energy. And we just never did get with it from the opening tip. Southern by 25, 15 minutes remaining. Crosby, Otis, Walker, Joshua the lineup, Hardman, and now turnover. Here's Rollins. Joshua with the foul. His first. Thorne will check in. Free throw coming up for Rollins. 2 for 2, 7 points. First free throw, no good. We'll update the scoreboard here as we roll along. Braves are down 50-25 here at home. Braves are off on Monday along with Southern, and in the second half, Jackson State, Grambling. Second free throw is up and good for Rollins. He has 8. 51-25. Bama State only had 52 points last Saturday. Southern has 51 here with 15 minutes to play. Joshua right wing. Otis Walker with the floater, too strong. And we got a foul call. There's Walker and Hardman both had their hands on the ball, trying to wrestle away from each other. It's just that kind of game for the Braves. I thought it might have been a foul in the paint. Just that type of night. Both players from the same team fighting for the loose ball. Well, I'm telling you what, Landon Bussey's not going to sleep well the next couple of nights. I can tell you that. And here's a 5-second call. Just knowing Landon Bussey like I do, he'll look at this film a bunch of times. His first game against UAB, he said he looked at the film 7 times. Here's a step back and now a travel on Thorne. Thorne's first game in a while. First game all year, actually. We'll talk about it with Landon Bussey following the game. Braves are down 51-25 here at home. Rollins will inbound. Rollins with Sadler in the backcourt. When those two get going, they're a tough machine to slow down. When they start knocking down shots, they attack the pressure. Terrell Williams getting it inside, and the shot by Allen had it blocked by Fairley. Back the other way, splitting a double team for the Braves. Joshua had it knocked out of bounds with 14:27 remaining. 51-25. Grambling over Pine Bluff, 57-42. 7 minutes left in the fourth. Harden trying to dump it inside, fairly knocked away. Seeley for the Jaguars foul. Foul called on Harden in his first. Jackson State rallies and pulls away from Valley, 81-63. 45 points in the second half. They outscore Valley 45-22 in the second half. See his first free throw off the mark, another one coming up. 14:20 remaining. A&M Prairie View postponed women's game. Second free throw is good. We have a wet spot along the baseline with 14:20 remaining. 52-25. Southern, all Jaguars. I think Landon Bussey will sleep the next 3 nights. He'll probably look at this tape 20 times. They don't play on Monday. We got Jackson coming up. Two of the top-tier teams coming in here over the next 9 days. Jackson next Saturday and Grambling the following Monday. Joshua off the screen trying to go left. Lost it, got it back. 17 to shoot. Landon Bussey lost his notes in front of him. Had to go for it. Joshua to the front of the rim, lays it in. Joshua with his third bucket. He has 6. Braves down 52-27. It starts on this defensive end, though, if the Braves want to have any hope. Rollins gets by Joshua. Rollins gets it to Sadler. Quick ball movement. Seeley for 3. Nope. Barely with the one-handed rebound on a bad lob pass. Intercepted by Seeley. 2-man game. Seeley fouled by Otis Walker. Otis, got to be careful there, Otis Walker. That's a good hard foul. I think he went for the ball. That's why they're not going to look at it, see if there's any flagrant or intentional act there. Seeley at the line. He's 3 or 4 from the line. 52-27 Jaguars. His free throw is up, and it rattles in and out. And a timeout, Landon Bussey with 13.5 remaining, already on the bench. And Landon Bussey, head in his hands in frustration. He knew, and he told me, if we weren't ready to play, this was going to happen. If we weren't ready. Southern came out from the jump. As they say, they came out from the door and never could match what they brought right off the bat. 52-27 our score, Jaguars. Back in a minute, 13:32 remaining. This is Braves basketball.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country could be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
And WPRL 91.7 FM.
Grades, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
13:32 remaining here at the Whitney Arena. Seeley at the line for the Jaguars. 5 minutes left. Grambling gig over Pine Bluff. Free throw is good. 53-27, all Jaguars. Braves lineup. Joshua, Otis, Walker, Fairley, Hardiman, and Thorne the lineup for the Braves. Joshua, and we got a foul call as Hardiman held, I think, Williams. Yep, the second. And there's a pass on the inside, knocked out of bounds by Williams. 13-18 remaining. 53-27. There's a lob into Hardiman. He collided with Sadler, and he commits the foul. Drayton Sadler is second. 15 foul on the Jaguars, just 3 for Alcorn. So the Braves can get to the line here and help themselves. Hardiman on the inbound, hands it off to Joshua. Joshua, the step back from 13 feet. Nope. Well, the shots just aren't falling for the Braves here in this one. Rollins lost it, play back up by Sadler. Here is Williams. Gerald Williams on his kick out. Now here's a three. Seeley, good. 3 ball. Seeley, his first bucket. Or everything's falling for the Jaguars. Nothing's falling for the Braves. Everything Southern's putting up for the most part is going through the rim. Jaguars with a 56-27 lead. It's just one of those nights. Southern can do no wrong. The Braves can do no right. Braves had a little bit of a burst coming out of the locker room. Cut it to 15. But now the Jaguars lead by 29. 12:50 remaining. Fairley right elbow. Fairley hands it off. And now here's Hardiman's floater. No, 1-0. And Landon Bussey leaned after that shot was missed. Sadler. The lob inside, Allen. Down the drive, Rollins. Seeley just hit a 3, spinning left, had it stripped, got it back, 15 to shoot. Here's a 3. That's good. Rollins, 11 for Rollins. The Jaguars knocking down everything they're putting up there. Joshua foul by Allen. 59-27, Southern. I think Sean Woods will clearly say this is the best we've played all year. Remember, against Bama State, they had a 15-point first half lead, 12 in the second half. There's Fairley getting it out to Joshua. In that Bama State game, they had 43 points just Southern off their bench of their points. Their starters didn't do much. There's Joshua with 10 to shoot. Joshua in the paint, took the bump, foul. He jumped right into the chest of Southern Henderson. That takes us to the 12-minute media with exactly 12 minutes left. All Jaguars. Lady Braves lost to Southern 57-51. Southern 59. And your Braves 27. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be back. This is Alcorn Braves basketball.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov. Brought to you by Ready Iowa, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Welcome back to the Whitney Arena. Braves are down 59-27. Somebody at the scores table saying Southern shooting the cover off this thing in this game, and that's kind of what it is. As they say, it is what it is, and that's what it is. Southern shooting really well. Braves early on, just shots weren't falling. Everything was a struggle. Shots were contested. Joshua at the line for the Braves. 12 to play. Braves just 27 points. Free throw no good for Joshua. Free throws are struggling to fall. Well, Landon Bussey's got to get his team back to work, got to regroup. It's not going to get any easier. You got to go to Valley. You got to go to Pine Bluff. They're tough to beat there. Got Jackson here, Grambling here. It's not going to be easy. Second free throw for Joshua is good. Joshua 7. 59-28 with 12 to play. Sadler for the Jaguars, fronted by Morris. Sadler with Williams, Rollins, Seeley, Henderson the 5. Southern in their stall game. And we've seen that. Here's Rollins, and now we got offensive foul call on the jump pass from Rollins. And a 6 to shoot right there. Well, foul called on Rollins to third. Well, Southern with their stall game, we've seen that over the last couple of years from Sean Wood's team. Just take the air out of it. Just take time off the clock. And that's something that Landon Bussey talked about with the Braves with the 21-point lead. Alabama State sped us up, and instead of taking time off the clock, spreading the floor, settling things down, Alabama State forced us into putting up rush shots, contested shots with very little time off the clock. That's what happened in part last Saturday. Here, Southern using the stall game, using as much of the shot clock as possible to limit possessions. Morris on the outlet. Morris with Walker and Joshua the lineup. Tremaine Crosby, fairly. Crosby coming in 19.5 points per game average, third best in the conference, just 6 points in this game. For the Braves, Joshua, and we've got a 3-second call in the lane. Nothing's going right. Nothing going right for the Braves. Can't get into their stuff. 11:18 remaining. Rollins will inbound for the Jaguars. We approach 11 minutes left here at the Whitney Arena. Braves are down 59-28. For the Jaguars, Sadler fronted by Morris. 13 to shoot. Sadler on the kick out. Rollins. Now with 3 to shoot, here's a pull-up 3. Short by Rollins, and in the corner, Williams with it. Williams on the lob to Rollins. Now for the Jaguars, Sadler had it poked away. Wide as Walker. Walker with it for the Braves. Walker going to the rack. Finger roll good. Otis Walker, his second bucket. 59-30, our score. Now Seeley going to the rack, and he scores. That's just too easy. Seeley with 9. Back the other way. Here's Joshua, puts it up and in. Count the bucket. Off-balance floater for Joshua. Count it. And a foul call on Rollins. Joshua, his fourth field goal, he's got 9. 61-32. You can't trade buckets here as we approach the halfway mark. Got to get some stops, and I'm sure that's what Landon Bussey's thinking. He knows, you're down 29. Just got to get some stops. I think he would like to see that. Free throws up. It's good. Joshua in double figures with 10. First Braves in double figures. Braves down 61-33. Now Southern handles the pressure. And now getting it up the floor, Sadler. Halfway through the second half, 61-33. Here's a three in the corner. That's good. Well, Seeley seeing it. Seeley says, see me. Second triple for him. 64-33 Southern. Here's Joshua on the elbow. Pull up short. Now for the Jaguars, Sadler. Sadler in traffic. Dribbles to the left wing. Lost it, got it back as they spread the floor. 64-33 Jaguars. Now they'll use the stall game here. Shivers will hold it. Joshua on him. Shivers gets by him. On the kick out, Seeley again. Ball fake. Drive. Fade away. He's got it again. He is hot, folks. Seeley with 10 in the second half. He's got 14 for the game. 10 in the second half. 66-33. Crosby left-handed floater is good. 8 for Crosby. 66-35 with 9 to play. Sadler lobbed to Shivers. I wonder if they're going to feed Seeley again. That's what they call a heat check to see if he's still hot. Seeley in the left corner just standing there. Shivers had it stripped out of bounds by Kobe Wilson. 8 to shoot. 8:46 remaining. Braves down 66-35 here at home. Haven't played in a week. The A&M game postponed. Sadler baseline left. Sadler gets it into Shivers. 5 to shoot. Pass inside. Knocked away by Crosby. Kobe Wilson with it. He had it stripped. Seeley with it. It'll be Southern's basketball. Here we go. .28 on the clock. Southern's basketball. Shivers falls far sideline. 28 on the clock. Shivers far sideline. Shivers to Henderson. Henderson left wing. Hands it off to Shivers. Started by Joshua. Or are they going to look for Seeley again? Seeley in the far left corner. Going to the rack is Shivers. Fade away, no, and was fouled. And the foul is on Joshua. His second. 8:23 remaining. Shivers at the line, 12 points. First free throw is up, and it's good. Of course, as you know, the Braves game with Alabama A&M was postponed. We had a case. As it turned out, once it was discovered with the rapid test in Huntsville, the game was immediately canceled. The team headed home. On the retest on Tuesday, it turned out to be the one individual that tested positive. It was a false positive, so that's a good sign. And I think there's probably a lot more of that than we probably even want to know. For the Braves, Otis Walker curling right. And Morris pull up on the block. Rattles that one. Nothing falling for the Braves. Seeley with the rebound. Shots rimming in and out. Sadler for the Jaguars. 20 to shoot. Sadler fronted by Otis Walker. Now with it out top, Shivers. Southern using clock. Terrell Williams gets it to Shivers. On the lob, Kobe Wilson stepped in the lane. Wilson Kicks it out to Walker. Nice spin. Fade away. Brick off the glass. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll remain Braves ball. And with 7.5, we got a timeout on the floor here at the Whitney Arena. All Jaguars, 67-35. We'll take a 1-minute break. Lady Braves lost 57-51 earlier. Back in a minute. This is Alcorn Braves basketball.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country could be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund and the Ad Council.
And WPRL 91.7 FM.
Grades, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Final from Grambling. Grambling 67, UAPB 53. Jackson State over Valley 81-63. Of course, the Lady Braves lost 57-51. Alabama State and Texas Southern will get underway in about 18 minutes, and A&M and Prairie View postponed. 7.5 remaining. Jaguars 67, Braves 35 here at the Whitney Arena. Landon Bussey, there was anticipation going into this game, but he also said if we didn't play well, this could happen. And unfortunately, it's happened. Southern coming in here with an edge. You kind of figured that. On the inbound, Crosby from Joshua lays it in. Crosby coming in averaging 19 a game as 10, 67-37. With Joshua, Crosby, Myson Lowe, Hardman, Kobe Wilson. Now here's a pull-up three. Seeley, no. Long rebound deflected to Sadler. Gets it to Shivers. Sadler, Shivers, Seeley, the lineup. Henderson, Williams, the 5 for the Jaguars. 11 to shoot. Shivers going left. Shivers fade away on the elbow. Got it. Everything falling for the Jaguars. He has 15. 69-37. Well, if Southern shoots like this, they're going to be tough to beat. They got the size. Here's Lowe, the step back for 3. No. Loose ball on the floor. Crosby with it. Crosby for the Braves. Out top, Joshua for 3. No. Crosby with the rebound. Lost it. Kobe Wilson jumps it into Crosby. Lays it up. Nope, and was fouled. Shivers, I believe, with the foul. With 6:24 remaining. No, foul call on Sadler, his third. .624 remaining. Tremaine Crosby at the line. Again, some things the SWAC conference will have to deal with and teams will have to deal with to qualify for the NCAA tournament. You've got to have 13 games played. A lot of games postponed the first half of the season. Of course, non-conference, your conference games, and according to Assistant Commissioner Jason Cable, you can only count one postseason game, or in this case, SWAC tournament game, towards your 13. You're struggling to get to the 13. First free throw by Crosby is good. Let's try and get a little clarity on that to see how it's going to all fall here in the next 5 weeks. Tournament starts second week in March. The Braves will end the season at Texas Southern in Prairie View. And I think Braves trying to finish in the top 4 at least. Second free throw is good for Crosby. 69-39 Jaguars, 6:23 remaining. Near steal with Terrell Williams to get it up the floor. The Jaguars shivers. Shivers fronted by Morris. We approach 6 minutes left here in this second half. 69-39. Ball game by the Jaguars. Shivers will dribble fronted by Morris. 7 to shoot. Here's a pull-up 3 short. Ball deflected, and looks like Seeley called for the reach-in. Yep. Seeley called for his 4th personal. Well, Prairie all over Alabama A&M, 79-57. The buddy down at Prairie View, Dr. Michael Prince, predicted it would be this type of one-sided game. I thought it would be close with the way A&M was playing. It shows you what I know. Nothing. Prairie View looks pretty good. Last Saturday against Valley, they only gave up 5 points in the second half. So Prairie View playing with all kinds of confidence. Second free throw is good for Thorne, who's his first game. 69-40 with 6 to play. Braves turn up the pressure. Southern handles it. And Shivers for the Jaguars. Shivers passed across the lane, and Crosby knocked it away, intended for Seeley. With 14 points, including 12 in the second half. 69-40. Shivers, double running at him. And Johnson in the lineup, gets it to Seeley. Seeley going left, trying to dump it inside, and it went out of bounds off of Crosby with 12 to shoot. 5:39 remaining. 69-40. Southern University. 10 to shoot. Here's a pass on the wing, knocked out of bounds by Thorne. There's a pass deflected. Crosby with it. J.T. Thomas back in the lineup. Crosby on the attack. Crosby dropping it off, and the layup is good. Hardman with his first bucket. 69-42. Landon Bussey still coaching, and Seeley got the cross-court pass. Seeley pass left side, Johnson, and now Shivers. Shivers on the attack. Shivers on the kick out. Seeley for 3. Short. All back tap with it for the Jaguars is Williams. I'll get it to Shivers. Double running at Shivers. Shivers, lob in the corner. Now here's Seeley with ball fake. Step back. Kick out to Shivers with 6 to shoot. Now Terrell Williams pull up a 3. Got it. Another 3. He's got 8. 72-42. Now here's Thorne for a 3. Short. Rebound Terrell Williams. 4.5 remaining. 72-42 Jaguars. Now here's Seeley open for a 3. Nope. On the bounce, Thorne with it for the Braves. Gets it to Morris. Otis Walker set to check in for the Braves. Thorne right wing. Thorne. Crosby. Puts it up. Nope, and was fouled. With 19 to shoot. Foul called on the Jaguars. And at the line for the Braves, Tremaine Crosby. 4:13 left. First free throw by Crosby. Got it. Tremaine Crosby with 12 points. 72-43. Second free throw coming up. 4:13 remaining. The second is good. 14 for Crosby. 72-44 with 4:13 left. Lead is 28. As the Braves turn up the defensive pressure. Well, they're still playing hard. DeLorean Johnson had it knocked away with 4:07 left. J.T. Thomas. A couple of new players we'll talk about. Obviously, J.T. Thomas was on the trip last week. And then playing for the first time is the Kadrian Thorne, the sophomore from Houston. So we'll talk about that with Landon Bussey. Braves pressure. Southern handles it. Shivers trying to get it inside to Williams and couldn't handle it. Turnover with 4:03 left. Don't forget the Landon Bussey radio program. Tuesdays at 4 o'clock here on 91.7 WPRL and WPRL.org. 4:03 left. Of course, we'll talk about the one game on the slate this game and kind of look ahead to the second half of the season. Talk about some of the couple of new faces, Thorne as well as J.T. Thomas getting their first actions here. 18 to shoot. Crosby, the step back. Air ball. And saved by Williams. Gets it to Seeley. 3:43 remaining. Get it out ahead to Shivers. 72-44 Jaguars. 3.5 left. Seeley pass deflected. Oh, now we got a travel call on the Jaguars. Rollins. Braves ball, timeout on the floor. Well, Landon Bussey just wants to see effort and energy. He's getting that the last 3 or 4 minutes despite the big lead by the Jaguars. Southern 72 and the Braves 44 without the services of Kirk Lee in this game. We got to talk about that. So a lot to unpack here on the post-game show. And you can talk about it with head coach Landon Bussey anytime. You can send a text, area code 601-348-7254. You can tweet a question to the Landon Bussey Radio Show. I'm on Twitter, Tallman Radio. Back in a minute, 72-44, Jaguars. This is Braves basketball.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile.
Smile, buddy.
Come on. Smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of the dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org/signs or see a doctor today for an autism screening. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better. And it can make a lifetime of difference. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Here at the Whitney Arena here at Alcorn State University on this Saturday. Glad you can join us. First final in at Prairie, 79-57. Like all the men's games, looks like they're going to be a go. No cancellations. That's good. Crosby's baseline pull-up is good. Jermaine Crosby with 17. And Landon Bussey is not happy with the way this is being officiated. 30-second timeout. And Landon Bussey still fighting for his team despite being down 26 with 3:16 left. We just need some clarification on some things. And I think at the end of the day, his competitive nature, I mean, he understands he's just fighting for his team. Got to give him credit for that. And he's still coaching away here. The Jaguars with the ball. Rollins gets it to Sadler. Ball lost. Rollins with it. And it's almost a 10-second call as Shivers gets the outlet. 19 to shoot, 3 minutes left. 72-46 now for the Jaguars. A shot blocked by Crosby as Rollins had it blocked by Crosby. Here's Fraley. Gets it into Crosby. His floater is good. 19 for Crosby. 72-48 with 2:40 remaining. There's a pass deflected by Joshua right into Landon Bussey. 2:40 remaining. 72-48. Morris will check in. Morris in for Fraley. 2:40 left. Jaguars with a 72-48 lead. Now Terrell Williams gets it out to Steely. Steely's the guy that just really exploded in the second half for the Jaguars. And the threes were falling for Southern as well. On the kick out, on the skip pass to Terrell Williams with 6 to shoot. That's knocked away. Rebound, J.T. Thomas. Out to Morris. Morris, Crosby, floater, no. Steely with the long rebound. 2 minutes left. There's Sadler. To Steely. Left wing, 15 to shoot. Sadler almost at midcourt. Thomas fronting him. Steely with 10 to shoot. Steely gets it into Williams inside, and the layup, Terrell Williams. 10 points. 74-48, 1:40 remaining. Joshua left wing. Crosby on the lob. Crosby will jab, steps on him, back down, Shivers, and he's fouled. Foul called on Shivers is fourth. Shivers and Rollins with 4 personal apiece. Thorne set to check in. Crosby at the line. Well, Crosby will get his average tonight. 74-48. Free throws coming up for Tremaine Crosby. No game Monday. Next Saturday, Jackson State. Don't forget the Landon Bussey radio program Tuesday at 4. The Nate Kilbert radio program at 5 o'clock on Thursday. First free throw missed. Second free throw coming up. 91 seconds left. Andre Torrey will check in for the Jaguars from France. Second free throw is good, and Thorne will check in. 1:31 remaining, 74-49. Jaguars. Down the outlet. Torrey with it for the Jaguars. Now Seeley with the layup. Seeley with 16. 12 in the second half. 76-49. Now this pass deflected by Jaguar. There's no over and back. Joshua on the attack. Tough fadeaway. No. And the ball counts out of bounds, and it remains Braves basketball off of Torrey. 58.1 remaining. Braves are down 76-49. Morris on the baseline. Reverse layup. Got it. Morris makes it 76-51. 50 seconds remaining. Now deflection and a steal. Thorne. Scoop shot. No. Follow. No. Joshua with it. Joshua on the baseline. Lob deflected. Out is Walker going to the rack. Lays it in. Walker with 6. There's a long baseball pass, and there's a collision. Ball deflected to Seeley. 30 seconds remaining, 76-53. Shivers pass intercepted, and Sean Woods not happy as Walker going to the bucket lays it in. 8 for Otis Walker, 76-55 with 20 seconds remaining. Well, clock is off. Southern doesn't have to put up a shot. Just get it across midcourt. Now another turnover. And here's Thorne going to the rack. Lays it in. Thorne makes it 76-57 with 10 seconds to go. And now it's all thrown away. Well, I don't know if it's one thing that Landy Bussey will be proud of. The last minute and a half, 2 minutes. 19-point game. 7.8 remaining. Morris gets it up quickly. Morris on the attack, had it stripped, got it back. Teardrop, got it. 1.8 remaining. And that'll do it. 76-59, the final score. So with the loss, the Braves are 3-2. With the win, Southern's 4-2, and Southern will move up. With the standing just kind of muddled crazy, they won. They're 5-0. A&M 2-1. Jackson. So I would think Southern's probably in third place right now. But the Braves at 3-2 will fall to fifth place. Prairie View, A&M, Jackson, Southern, Alcorn. Then you look at Grambling 3-3 in their game coming up. So Braves go 0-2 here at home. The first of 3 at home. Lady Braves lost 57-51, and the men fall 76-59.
Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.